Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Smart Poker YouTube channel and another episode of Sundazed and Confused, number 128. As always, my wife, Crispy Wannabe, is here with me, and we hope everyone's having a great day.
Cheers, everybody.
I'll get the link up there.
Happy Sunday. Joseph Anthony, first in the house today. Penny Pebble Rippler, how you doing? Artman, Texas Weed Hopper. Sheldon Estes, Noob Grows, how you guys doing? Puffy in the house, Dr. Leave Me Alone. Good to see everyone today.
There's the link.
We're going to
nice to see everyone.
Roll up some Ghost Train Haze.
And we're getting down low on it, but it is one of my favorites.
It's tasty.
Gets me high, too. Higher than some of the other stuff. Let's see here. I think I got the pin.
Oh, yeah, you pinned it.
There's Artman.
Cheers, Artman.
Hello. Good day.
What's new, man? We're in the dark, so we have to put a picture up today. There's Jace.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Cheers, Jace.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Good, yourself?
Not bad. Just getting things situated this morning.
Hey, Jace.
Art, what's going on?
Not too much. Getting ready to fire up this doobie.
Yeah, fired up those doobies. Let's get that smoke in the air.
I actually have a piece of other kind of weed here, too. We're going to mix them up.
Oh, we're going to go for a salad. I like that.
I'm not sure what the other one is.
In an effort to be more healthy, Mott and I are going to try to start putting more than one kind of weed in our joints.
Salads.
So that there's salads.
That's it.
More salads in our day.
Get a balanced diet that way.
That's what I'm thinking.
What else is new, gang? Nice.
I got my seeds. Let's see. I got those soaking. I got them in paper towels now. I bet you the radicals are probably out. I could probably put them in my solo cups. I might check that here in a second. Matter of fact.
Right on. You got them snappy cocoa or them snappy solo.
Oh, yeah. I had forgotten about your cool solo cups that have the bottoms that pop out.
Oh yeah, those bud cups. Yeah.
Bud cups. That's it. Oh, I'm having a lazy day. Got some sausage in the slow cooker and.
Oh, yeah, that looks nice and moist in there. I see the condensation on your container. Nice.
See if we got any. Oop.
Oh, that's radical, dude.
That is radical for sure.
It's a big one.
Oh, that's nice.
It's bee time.
That one's ready. Let's see. I think it was these two. Yeah. Get it open. Those are not ready. The panties have not dropped on those.
All in good time, right?
Hey, they drop when they're ready.
That's right. They drop when they're ready.
That one's ready.
There's one.
That one's starting to come out.
Yeah, she's cracking.
Yep.
I'll bet you this one's ready too. I think they were all, yeah, it's got a big one.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice one.
I just came back this morning and hit them with some more water. I might have overdone it just a tad. But yeah, it looks like they're all ready except for purple panty droppers for sure. So maybe tomorrow we'll be ready. And then I got my decarb going here.
Oh, that's pretty cool looking.
Oh, that's a Sousa Vidi or whatever, right? Klaus
Yes.
Vidi.
Yeah, sous vide. So yeah, you just ooh, this is hot. Yeah, you just vacuum seal it, put it in there. Don't burn your
XYZ was
fingers.
doing that not long ago.
Got the same contraption.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to him about it because I use these. I use this all the time to cook steaks. This will cook you the best steak you ever had.
Get out of town.
Yeah, it's like restaurant quality. You just vacuum seal it up and set it to whatever you want. I do mine medium rare, so I'll go like 130 to 135. And that's the beauty of it. Like it'll never overcook it. Like it'll always be medium rare, no matter if you cook it for like 30 minutes or 3 days. It's always going to be medium rare.
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't know you was a bloodthirsty hooligan.
I am.
I am too.
I like
It's good.
This has to be well done.
It's good for you. Well done steak. Oh my God, Smart. We used to be friends. What happened here?
I know, right? It's
My
okay.
wife, like, she's a bloodletter too. It's all over the plate, and I'm over there gagging. I'm like, how can you eat that, man? It's like literally.
Medium rare is perfect.
Yeah. Ever since that accident at the pickle factory, you haven't been the same.
That's right.
Been the same
He hasn't been the same.
How's it going, Asana? He just joined us rolling up.
Yeah, good.
I call him right when he's about to lick.
I don't know if you can you hear my washing machine going in the background if you can on me?
No,
Not
we
at
can
all.
only hear you.
That's good.
Looks like Wicked Ninjas and Artman still trying to hook up.
So this is my first round of making edibles. You guys ever use that sunflower lecithin, or however you pronounce that?
Sunflower lecithin, yeah. I haven't actually used it, but the science behind it and stuff is, it's an emulsifier. Sunflower is the better one of all of them, but I'm a bit of a sciencey geeky, and I look into all these things, and just lecithins are not good for your microbiome in general. So
Plus, isn't like
they're not good for your gut.
I feel like someone had warned us about the lecithin, and when you put it in your edibles, because of
You want to make sure that your water's separated off of it
Yes.
first, because it will let the nasty water that you're trying to extract off of it. If you do it the way we do it, it will emulsify that water into your oil and shit.
Well, I heard it's better too for absorption, so like it helps you absorb it faster.
Yeah.
When you're
yes,
in your gut.
I've
I
I've
think
heard that as well.
that's the main benefit behind it. But I think it just, you have to make sure that you have all your water extracted first. I don't think it'll ruin it, but it might make it taste like the nasty shit you're trying to get off,
I think if you get it right, then it can improve
Yeah.
because like you said, it helps it absorb your body easier, faster. I heard too.
Yeah, it bonds to the fat like anything Gross said.
And then I heard ghee is a lot better to use than butter because like regular butter has water and milk solids, which the THC won't bind to.
Right.
So ghee is just butter with that part of it removed, so that way the THC can bind all of it.
Yeah, butter is like it's a strong thing in butter. It seems like it's different. If you use butter, and then if you turn around and use coconut oil, it seems like they hit different.
That looks nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Those
I think
are
it
the
blew
bent
up.
over ones. Those are the bent over ones.
Yeah,
Wow, that's really good. Jeez.
yeah, they all come up. I'm still pulling them down.
They're fighting, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Well, it's
No,
what they do.
these. No, I'm just trying to even the canopy out. That's it. You know, you just got. You can see one over the backs there that are starting to pop up, rise up. But yeah, it's just a case of. You can see I've come through earlier. I've defoliated quite a bit off as I keep doing because it is quite dense in the middle there, and I'm just sort of like concerned, you know, about leaves resting on leaves and whatnot. But yeah, you know, I think I've pulled this off quite nicely actually.
Oh yes, you did.
Beautiful.
And it was really, you know, it was really nice just like that first day when you went in and took us in there and start bending them over to see this just a short time later looking like that. You did a great job.
It's had a couple of strips as well. As you know, as I brought them in here, we were having the purple stems, but now the roots are all established. Everything's we've gone from the purple, we're back into the lush green territory, which is what I like to see. You know, where everyone likes to see it this healthy stage at the beginning of the flower, because when you get at this and you flipped and everything's, you know, your leaves are all, you know, you ain't got fucking deficiencies on your leaves. You're not got fucking burnt tips and things like that. This is the ideal space because you can pretty much guarantee that this is going to finish out regardless of what you do now, and it's going to be pretty much solid. So, you know, you go when you move. I always find if you move into flowering, then pretty much just leave the shit alone, and that'll finish out pretty good. You know. If you move into flowering and your shit's looking ropey in the first place, you're still going to have to be working on it. Whereas this is now going to be plain sailing. You know, everything looks healthy, no deficiencies or anything like that. The roots just found themselves, and I've now sort of we're going to be working the old fungal and the worms for the rest of it. Pretty much just coming in, keeping this cardboard nice and wet on the top. And just, yeah, when I come in and lift this up, at first, you'll normally see the whole surface and everything. I've only just recently just walked this all down, but everything is just alive under there. It's all moving. When you lift it up, it's like you're looking at like tremors or something. You can just see all the ground and everything just sort of like bulging and rippling up. I love it. But yeah, here's the unders, should we say. It's all pretty getting clear under there. I'm looking forward to when the stretch is finished, because I'll also be able to come right underneath here and strip out, you know, just clean up all the legs, like lollipop it all, because I haven't really done any of that yet. I've just been removing stuff at the bottom that I know is never going to make its way up the top. But yeah, 5 days in now into flower, so I reckon, you know, maybe I'll be looking at something up about here when it's all said and done. Hopefully, it's just going to double up, possibly. Well, I've got loads of room above the light. So, yeah, I'm looking forwards.
Oh yeah.
And it's got a nice sort of Z-terp going on about it at the moment. I'm liking it.
It's a lot different than your usual. You're used to seeing them all over the place, you know. That is a cluster. They're thick and dense.
Normally, I don't really do stuff like this because, like you say, you've got to work, and I'm a lazy kind of. Or I have been lazy.
Hey, that's cool.
I've just been used to just throw because I've got the space and everything, so I've just been used to just throwing them in. I mean, like, yeah, it is what it is, but you know, I think
it's cool. I can't wait to see them bud.
Yeah, I can't actually. Some places are looking a little bit sad. Well, not sad, just too compact. You see this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll wait till this is all finished stretching out, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I'm just going to have to probably nip all of this stuff out of there, because if not, it's just going to be a bit of an issue. There's a couple of little spots on that. It's just on the top where I topped them all.
I topped up every single plant that was in there. I only topped up once. So yeah, where I topped it, yeah, it's sort of like fucking threw out 4 tops, done like a thim rather than just a top. Yeah.
It's thriving. Doing good, man.
I'll quickly show you the little veggie ones as well. Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
And there's the veg ones. I said I was going to hang on that little one from the grape hoolie. I was in that plug for ages. I finally got round to stick it in a pot today, so I would imagine because that plug was fully rooted out now, that's just going to take off. I might even just throw this in, I might let this grow up another 6 to 12 inches or whatever, and I'll just throw this into flower and see if there's a male or female. But, so I'm getting a little bit crowded in here. I'll possibly be putting a tray in here with another load of seeds. I'm running out of space, so I might just decide to just flip a load of these. Bucket and do like what you've done, Smart, and just fill a whole tray full of sort of like small ones and just see how it rocks.
Yeah, man, you're set up perfect for it.
Yeah, these are regs as well, so I've got her obviously, and I do plan. Hopefully, I want to find a nice male from the cheesier side of things in here.
Those are all regs, yeah. Hopefully
Beautiful.
you do. Very rarely do we say hopefully you find a male, but in this case,
Yeah.
we're rooting for you.
And I'll just grab that one that's got the double plant in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I hope that was a female.
I hope I get one of each. Do you know what I mean? On the same, I don't think that can happen like that, personally. But it's going to have the same genetics. And if it's come out of the same stem, because this comes out the stem and it hasn't got, it's just below the soil. That's where it joins up. But it's like a separate plant on itself. Never had it before.
I think it's pretty wild.
I think that is well too.
Never seen that.
That is struggling because it ain't getting the light. It's being shaded out by this one. Let's just go on. Let's do this now, shall we?
Oh, there it goes. I remember you telling us I'm going to bend it over.
Okay, I've already done it once. It's already stood back up.
Huh.
I don't really want to go. It's got a nice kink in it. That might help. Take that leaf off. That's exposed anyway, a little bit.
Beautiful.
Hey, I wanted to go back here real quick and and show this before we get too far. Jace was saying about that butter earlier. Sevens wrote that. It's on the screen. Cheap and easy to make your own clarified butter is the same as ghee. I never even thought of that, but we did that with our bacon grease before, Jace. We just collected our bacon grease in a jar, put water in with it right away, shake it all up, and put it upside down in the fridge. And then when you pop your stuff off, pour the water off, and you got all the weird stuff pours off with the water,
Yeah, right on. I saw, there's methods to doing that because, that's all you're doing is just skimming the extra stuff off of it. But yeah, I was just at the store, so I just happened to buy it because it was already pre-made for me and I'm kind of lazy.
Oh, no, it's good. I just thought that was a good point that he brought up. It can, if future reference or whatever. What are we going there and doing some
He's
surgery?
doing some, that's his hydroponic grow.
Just a little clone. But, I don't normally do this, but it does smell nice, and it's not even flowering yet. So I've took one off. I've took a branch off the
the one that smells the best.
Okay.
It's got a nice stinky stem, so just in case it turns out to be a 10, I'm going to have a backup of it. It might just be one of them ones that I might just stick in a bag and just dump a load of pollen on. So
There's one for the art man. Poppy wants to update on that slurricane.
It was a good harvest. I haven't had the wife hasn't had a headache, or I haven't had a backache or anything like that, so I don't know how it works as far as a pain med. That's the main thing I want to try, honestly. But neither of us have been hurt, and thank goodness. But
Yeah, that's a great thing.
we want to try it out, but we don't want to try it out that bad.
I hope you never have to try it out for pain, that you only have to ever smoke it for fun.
How is it though?
But
Did you get to test it out?
It does have a good buzz, though. Yeah, I
Nice.
smoked the flower. The flower's good. I also pressed some, and that was good as well. I had no problem with either one of them. That was a pretty good buzz. So
Sweet.
thank you, Puffy. Yeah, and we'll see. Really, I mean, for something like medical, I think you probably need to cure it for what, 3-4 weeks or something. To get the full. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not positive. I really don't know that much about medical, but well, what do you think, Puffy? You tell me.
How long's it been hanging? How long's it been curing? I mean,
Oh, it's in the jars for about a week. Is all.
oh yeah,
It's only going to get better.
yeah,
Oh yeah, it needs another couple weeks anyway.
yeah.
I would
That's
think.
about the 1 month mark, man. You're pretty set up then, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. So. I also
Jason's
harvested the bambalam too. It's hanging now, so that was a few days ago. So in a few days I'll press some. That'll be fun. Puffy says, "Let it cure." That's right. Let it cure. That's what I was thinking. As far as medicinal, I don't know much about it, but I would think that it would activate more of that. Hope I'm right.
Yeah, these things can't be rushed, right? You know, it's always best to wait.
But I do have to say it was one of the best bud structures I've ever had. I mean, the colas were absolutely solid and dense, and you saw how tall they were, and I did not get any bud rot, so everything went great. So that's on Puffy, I suppose. There you go, buddy.
Cheers, Anova, Sacred. To everyone in the chat, Dr. Lee Be Alone, Poppy, Joseph Anthony, Penny. Bonsai says he's Art man, how's the day so far out here harvesting a bunch of food from the garden? We did that this morning too. We got a bunch of tomatoes out there, and we got a bunch of peppers, and put them in with our sausage this morning. It's nice. But I know Bonsai's on a whole different level, man. He's out there harvesting cratefuls of.
Yeah.
Did you see his Instagram post with he bought a melon from the store and he set it next to the one from his garden, and it was like 30% bigger. It was crazy, and it looked so much better. It was so nice. There was no comparison, honestly. But you know, they mainly get theirs for shipping qualities, honestly, not the taste.
Yeah.
I understand that. You know, you got to be able to move it in a truck. So.
But it is nice to have your own stuff, man. You know?
Oh, yeah. How many melons did he have? Like a dozen different kinds or something? Some I'd never even heard of. Yeah, that was cool. I told him to come back on when he was getting.
Yeah.
So you heard that? You heard it, Bonsai.
My wife put the link up to his garden.
So you can check out that post that he made too about the melons, because it's a nice big difference. It was cool to see.
Astronomically different.
I know. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, I saw it. It's amazing. 12 different types. There we go. 12 different types of melons. Thank you.
I wanted to see something here. Oh, there's a new guy in the chat. Cheers, Grow Shack, Kev 420.
So, Jace, you're growing in cocoa, right?
Yeah, so I'm just getting these ready. I'm just rinsing out residual EC. I'm gonna go ahead and put in those ones that have those big radicals, get them going, and then hopefully those other ones will pop in the next day.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were doing.
Getting them started. Yeah.
Get them going. Get the process going.
Yeah, I'm cutting clones today or tomorrow from Dean's black cherry across. So. Me and Jace are going to be close to the same schedule, I think.
Now, as far as the grow schedule,
Well, you got seeds, I got clones, so I got to still cut mine, but they'll be a little more advanced when they're rooted. So we'll see how close they are to your seeds. I'm not really sure, honestly. We'll be around the same area. But...
yeah, it'll be about at least a week or so ahead, maybe 2.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell? It's time for hash.
Do it.
So how's your garden, Smart? You gonna show us?
It's not great. Yeah, no, I'm here. I was just loading up this. I was loading up a paper that seed person sent to a chat that I'm in about higher yielding cannabis and some of the stuff they're doing. Our plants aren't doing so great, man. I don't like the size of them. We flipped them. What was it? 4 days ago. A couple of them are just sitting there. They don't really seem to be doing anything. A couple of them are growing fast, but they look like they have like a magnesium deficiency. I'm not sure what to make of it, man. You know, one thing I noticed the other day, and when I was getting some of my micro out of the bottle, there was a bunch of sludge in the bottom of it, and it plugged up my
pipette.
My pipette got all plugged up. So I'm wondering if I don't have like a crappy nutrient or something.
Can nutrients go bad like that? I mean, because it does appear. I told Smart that doesn't look good. That it's all like lumpy,
using that shit
chunky,
for a long time too.
Chunky micro.
They have a shelf life, definitely.
Yeah, heat and
Yeah, I think it's usually like 2 years. 2 years from manufacture date usually.
We haven't grown in like a year. I think it went bad.
I think it went bad then because like we just don't understand what's going on with our plants. It's frustrating.
One looks like it's got a magnesium deficiency. One or two of them actually just don't want to grow at all. They're kind of droopy looking. We tested the runoff. It was low. It was like 800. We were at 1,000. And I'm thinking that doesn't make sense. These fucking plants look like shit. They just don't feel like they have that bounce to them that I'm looking for. I thought about just cutting them all down, starting over again, and looking. I don't know what could be going on there. We got our pH pen. Everything's all dialed in, and
are any of them really healthy? Any of them?
There's a few of them that are doing pretty good, but I'd say me and Sanai was on about the same height, same size, and his are a lot bigger than ours are still. Here 1 week later, I got them under.
Maybe here's an idea. You guys want to do the sea of green? Maybe you should pick one of the healthiest ones and cut clones off of it.
That's what someone else said.
Yeah, because then you can have the even canopy, the even growth rate, everything like that.
That's what I would have said, right? Personally, Smart, because you run them from seed, your plants are not sexually mature. You know, if I was you, I'd wait till you get sexually mature mum that's got pre-flowers on it, clone that out. So when it's ready to flip, it's already mature and sexually, it's already got the hormones in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Already mature.
Ready to go.
I forgot about that.
I see Ross Nante's asking, do you rinse the pipette? I don't rinse it, but I don't think I've ever had it go bad before. Maybe because it's been sitting on my shelf down there for the last
That sounds
10
like the
months.
bottle, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pulling
And
that out of the bottle.
probably had it.
Something's chunky in the bottle, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's chunky in the small bottle.
in the small. But see,
It's
I
not
buy it by the
like that.
gallon, man. And then I fill up the small bottle from my gallon that I keep in the basement. So I got to check that gallon, see if it's any good.
Yeah.
I got to check them
Well,
all.
it definitely has a shelf life. You want to buy enough to use over a year or something like that.
Yeah, I think one of them might be bad, but who knows, man? There's a lot going on around here between work and I got a shit ton of family stuff going on, so weighing heavy on my mind, and I really was relying on this grow to keep my spirits up and shit, man. And it's been a real kick in the fucking dick, if you'll excuse my language, babe.
Oh no, it has been for real. It's the struggle is real.
It's not over yet. Just look at it like that. It's not over yet.
Oh,
I mean,
we'll get there.
I could sense, you know, that I'm exactly the same. When my plants look like shit, I feel like shit. You know, it puts you in a negative fucking space and whatever. And that might knock on to everything else and stuff. You know, it's almost like you just got to accept it, get on with it, and whatever you're going to do, just try and make the best of it. I could sense, you know, your aura this morning is a little bit, you know, and when you then said that plants are not doing that great, I was like, that's the reason why you sound like you sound today, in my opinion. I would be the same.
You know, us and I try not to. We try to have anonymity, so I don't want to bring a bunch of personal stuff. But it's not that. I get up in the morning, go in there. They're not doing so great. I leave there, and I got some issues at work with some helpers at work, and then I have a family struggle going on between my nuclear family that I grew up with little people that's left of them, and it's a big fucking mess, man. And I got just a ton of stress this last couple of weeks. And you're right, I do feel heavy today. I wasn't even excited to do the show. It felt like a little bit of a chore today just because of everything I'm dealing with. And but you know, it is what it is. Life's sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy. But every day above ground's good. And you know how it is. My problems are someone else, so they can laugh at them, you know. So they be like, shit, that's all you're dealing with. So you know how it is. It's all about perspective, but I was looking forward to these to help keep me in good spirits. But I went there the last couple mornings after we flipped, and it just seems like
some plants will take 3 weeks.
Don't get me wrong, some of them are going to go. They're going to be freaking big, man. They're going to look good. And they're going to make it. But we definitely got some better. We can do better. We got some figuring out to do, man. I know it's not my pH center or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
because
we've been through that.
We've been down that road, and it's one after another. It just seems like, I don't know. It's rough.
It's tough. Yeah. Well, when I went through the Great Mite War of aught 23, you guys helped me through, though. You did. You really did. You gave me a lot of support, and it means a lot. It does. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, when you got all your ducks in a row, man, and you're pounding on everything, you put it in a sifter and start shaking it. There's only a little few things that come out, man. Oh, there goes one bar. That's all right, Austin. You got 7 more there, brother.
Oh,
or maybe.
That's about the 3rd time today already.
I know how that is, man. Oh, that's
Did
the
you
worst.
just lose the bar?
Yeah, you come up underneath one of them bars and smack your head.
I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
But I walked into a door frame yesterday. not the door frame. I just walked straight into it, full on with my head.
Oh, that's great.
It made me see stars, that did.
Doors don't move very much when you walk
No.
on the end. No, they don't swing that way.
Well, back to the nutrients, like mixing it. I'm real picky about putting stuff back into the bottle, so I use a fresh pipette every time. But I just buy those cheap ones that are disposable because I'm just cautious about getting bacteria back in that bottle of nutrients.
You know what I'm doing from now on? Pouring everything into a shot glass.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing. But you know,
We do that later in the grow when we're mixing
Right.
bigger batches. Early on in the grow, I use a pipette. And because they're so small, it's such a small tent, you know, I dipped into the micro and the bulb wouldn't expand. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I started pouring out, and there's this string of like purple micro nasties.
Nice.
And, man, yeah,
I
it
like
was great.
those. Yeah, I like those.
Use those pumpers. Yeah, that way you don't have to dip anything in. You just squirt it out. But they're only good for the 1 gallons. I don't know if they work on the little quarts or whatever they are.
I see Isonaut's got a graduated like souffle cup.
Yeah,
there,
we
almost.
kind of have one of those too. It's just like a little shot glass that's graduated.
Well, I
that
gotta
we-
say it. Powders for the win. They'll last for years and years on a shelf.
You know, I thought about
Yeah.
getting some J.R. Peters, man. I really did.
Well,
I
there's
was
several
thinking-
of them out there, so you know you can take your choice, and they're also
Jack's-
very economical.
Yeah. And Jack's it's made not far from where we live here in Pennsylvania, actually. So,
That's right.
you know, I wouldn't mind ordering some of that and try it out. I know there's a couple, 3 parts, right? Isn't it 3 parts? You have your Epsom salt
yeah.
and your A and B. And then
Calcium
you have,
nitrate, the Part A, and Epsom salts. Yep. You can also get a micronutrient pack if you want to go further than that. If you want to do like Brian 420, data nerd it.
Yeah.
He loves that detail, man. I'll tell you what. Just give me that detail. He's good though. I mean, he
Yeah.
loves that. That's a compliment to him, by the way.
Oh, most definitely.
Without a doubt, a compliment. And that's exactly how I'm sure everyone here took it because we all know him. But the guys, yeah, he's smart, man. Hey, I want to say hi to Mad Dog. They just joined the show. Looks like maybe for the first time, at least under that name. And you're welcome. I like that they call it a spanner instead of a wrench. And
Are you from Britain, mate?
if you,
I believe
I
that's
like
what
that.
they call a wrench.
Yeah.
He sure is.
I seen Isonaut coming from across the room. He's like, I got to talk about this one.
Spanner.
Mad Dog, he's been around for ages. You know, I'm surprised he didn't recognise the name.
Oh, you know him. Okay, cool. There's Mr. Magpie. Hey, buddy. It's a spanner.
Yeah. Jax has a bunch of
Rocinante.
Yeah, somebody was saying that if you have like, they want you to test your water. I think you can even send your water to Jax. You send them a water sample, they test it and tell you here's the best nutrient mix for your water, which I would be down to do that, no doubt. You know, and switch to the dry. I would be a fan of the dry for real. I think that would be great. Just like you said, storage, all that.
If we don't kill these plants by the time we get these new nutrients in, because now I feel like every time I'm watering them, I'm poisoning them. You know, I'm working against them.
Yeah, it seems
And, you know, it's like every time I go and I put the nutrients on and then, you know, we look at, you know, a few hours later, I'm like, damn, something's wrong.
yeah. And now we can
Something's wrong. What are we doing? Our environment is good. You know, we narrow it down. We calibrated and recalibrated and rechecked all of our equipment. It's not that now.
Everything that you could possibly think of as basic standard operating procedures. It's a real mother humper, man. I sit here, rack my brain, and we only have 12 hours a day now to check them out and do things to them, you know? So it's
And, you
every
know,
evening.
Yeah.
Well, they were healthy until the flip, so I wouldn't think it would be the nutrients, right? Because your nutrients would have had
See,
a detrimental effect up to that point.
Our last grow did the same fucking thing, man. We made it to about the 2-week mark, and bam, they started going
looking
down.
bad.
And I don't know if it's what the hell could it be. Man?
Now, yeah,
It's fucking blowing my mind.
it's a little.
I gotta go check my sausage before I get upset. I'll be back.
Well, maybe you could do like a foliar spray or some CalMag. Didn't you say they were kind of deficient on that?
Yeah, we were thinking about doing that. And now I'm like
Oh.
wondering, is the CalMag bad? What nutrients in our lineup are going to be good? We know
No.
one is chunky, so obviously it's bad. No more micro. I don't even want to add it to the mix. But then
I
that's
would
going to.
go for just an Epsom salt foliar feed as a go-to. You know, when people use Cal Mag, it's normally the mag, yeah, because you know we've got quite a lot of calcium and everything in our waters, yeah. So it's normally like the magnesium is slightly out of balance, and that's where I find just a weak Epsom salt foliar spray with a little bit of surfactant will normally green stuff up. You know, it's not looking as lush as it should do. A little Epsom salt. It's either the magnesium or the sulfur. Don't know particularly what it is, but whether it's the combination of the both of them, I would just get that a shot. Just you know, you'll see in a couple of days whether they're looking better. Whether your stalks are going, you know, gone from or gone back to green again and nice. You know, because magnesium as well is also one of those little fucking key nutrients. So it's like, in order for other stuff to be working, you have to have the magnesium there. You know, it's like an essential thing for other things.
Well, you know, we're following Dr. MJ Coco's nutrient feed chart using General Hydroponics nutrients, and we've always used the top of the line, the heavy end of the CalMag, because he gives a few milliliter leeway there in your calcium magnesium in his recipe, and we always ride the higher end of that. So
especially when they're young.
But Ice and I was suggesting we do a Epsom salt foliar. That might be something we could.
Yeah, we could build I can build a foliar with what we have. The foliars I've made before with ours, we would get an EC of about 700 to 1,000. 1,000 is like as high as I would recommend going. Put a little pH at the 6.2. Put a little surfactant in there. Shake it up. Blast away. It seems to really help the CalMag ripple and shit when they're young. But this is more of a. You can look at these plants and see they have unhappy roots. So one of the little ones, I popped it over. The ones that we were scrapping, I popped it over, busted open the root ball, and it smelled just perfect, man. Like a nice herb.
And
all the roots were nice
healthy,
and white looking and perfect.
You know,
it's blew my mind. I'm like, how can the plant look like that? But the roots smell, look nice and white. Everything's good. It's like, I don't know, man. I swear, it's absolute phenomenal for me, and it makes
but you know it makes sense that maybe those nutrients, you know,
just
are just not doing what they are supposed to be doing right now, because they do have a shelf life.
We got more. We got some more.
We have some downstairs that maybe.
I got some more inspecting to do and see to find out a few things, but we will get to the bottom of it one way or another.
My first grow, I was having some problems, kind of like you were, and I use this. It's kelp extract, and that really helped with the nutrient uptake. That shit's expensive, though.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
You can just bubble up some kelp, and you can follow feed. You know, strain it off. Obviously, you can follow feed that. That's another one, because it's got, you know, kelp's got everything in it. You know, I can't remember how many nutrients, sort of like 86, and it's a biostimulator all at the same time. Yeah. I get my Epsom salt. I get it by the bag. I never have enough.
Yeah, that's good. We have some Epsom salt here. I use it for different things. We
use it along with acetone to clean our pipes, our bowls.
I use it for.
It's such a good bowl cleaner.
You can mix it with warm water when you can't go to the restroom, and it'll help you out majorly.
You'd have to hold me down and to get that meted. That stuff is nasty. There's no way.
It's good magnesium.
I don't even know how he can even do it, because it's got such a flavor. Like, no.
If you ever bite your tongue or get a sore throat, dissolve some of that in water and just gargle with it, and it'll clear you up. It'll fix bite your lip or whatever.
we'll spray it on our plants. Hopefully it'll help them out.
There's Mr. Magpie. How do you say that? How lot you got? How
What you got? Holler what you got?
How what you got? The surfactant. Well, only reason the surfactant would just be to keep it from beating up on our plants and maybe burning in the light or whatever. We need another joint, don't we? My wife wants to get a coffee.
That's what I was then coming down for.
My sausage is looking good. My dad gave me some fresh garlic a little while back that he harvested. It's been hanging up in a basket down there, so I grabbed a clove of that garlic and chopped it up in our sausage. We got green peppers, hot peppers, a couple onions in there. This smells so freaking good in here. And then, wouldn't you know it, I hit a banger. This morning. I was walking through the store and the bakery. And the bakery had the exact rolls I was looking for as day old for half off. So I was like, bam, let me hold them. So I grabbed a hold of them. And so it was only like, I like those Italian bakery rolls. The ones that aren't like processed with a lot of, what's Art Man doing? Look at him.
Yeah, the universe is trying to beat us up. Well, it's not nice, so we decided to make some good food and hunker down inside. Hopefully fix our plants.
Somebody left. Somebody's coming in. You got to scroll down.
I'm coming.
Is it a
I'm
flash?
little slower.
1 second, Art Man. 1 second. All right. I think you may have
coming.
You may have the wrong.
He's got me on the controls, and I'm not as fast. And I wanted to say hi to J5 real quick. Hello.
Happy Sunday, y'all.
Hey, J5, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Art Man, you may have muted the wrong button.
Yeah,
The one that you're holding is muted.
it shows mute.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, what's going on?
Flo. Bam. This is the black cherry garlic crossed with chopped cherry. I'm going to cut clones today off the bottom. Needs cleaned up anyway.
Nice.
That's perfect.
Beautiful plant.
Nice. Doing real good. So that'll be my next flower. So, that's all I got. Did you get that?
Yeah, we got it. It was
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have
Looking
much.
good.
Yeah, they're doing good. Once I get them plants past 5 inches, I can keep them alive. But seedlings, man, I tell you, I really feel for you guys because I just kill them bastards. About maybe a quarter of them I've been killing.
it literally does. It does shake the confidence a bit. And there's two, there's two of us to like do checks and balances, and it's
I get mad at myself,
frustrating.
man. I do. I get mad at myself.
They're very sensitive. They are. They are so delicate.
And I think we could handle it if people would just stop messing with us. It just seems, and it's family. So what can you do? What do you have to do? But just smoke more weed. Let's smoke more weed.
What has he got on his hat? Hillbilly herb grower. All right.
Last time
J5.
Last time it was Bingus for president. Today it's Hillbilly Herb for King of Canada.
There you go.
King of Canada. You got
or whatever they do up there.
Yeah.
Prime Minister, I believe.
Look at this, all the way right down to my shirt. I'm shouting out all my Canadian brethren wearing the 2003 Wien tour, Quebec tour shirt.
Cheers. That's an old one.
Yep, another oldie but goodie.
Hell yeah. We saw Skunk Ape Glassworks last week or the week before that as well. Shirt.
Yeah, you always come with the cool vibes and the cool gear.
Gotta represent for the Gromies.
That's
And those
right.
glasses.
You do a
Straight up, man.
fantastic job.
Styling, man. What do you got going today?
Well, I don't know. You know, growing pot.
You're getting deeper in the flower, man.
Yep, very interesting.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
I still can't get my phone off lock. Sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Oh, nice.
I need tech support.
See your beautiful buds. It's.
See that leaf hopper?
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Oh, I see it too. Yep. Got him. Yeah.
He thought it was dinner
Hey,
time.
bugs. I get a little manic when it comes to bugs.
Murder.
You're gonna need trim help pretty soon.
Yeah, that always works out.
My buddy Texas Weed Hopper says he's planting seeds right now. He needs grow me blessings. So sending out some good
There you
vibes
go.
in Texas there.
Yes.
Positive vibes.
Well, you got plethora of buds coming. I can imagine
I
the
love
smell.
that one that's been over. That's just it's one of my favorites there. So chunky.
Oh, gee, chunky funkiness. She's getting close. I checked trikes the other day for the first time in a couple years. She was about 50-50. So, the good, the bad, the ugly, right?
Yeah, man.
Here's the ugly.
Oh, shit.
And you're right, Iceni. When our plants aren't looking good, it does affect you.
That's weird that he was able to fill my friction all the way through there and across the ocean.
What was that, Septoria?
Yes, indeed. I don't even like saying the word.
Good call. Okay, Jace.
The unnamed one.
Thou which shall not be named.
There you
That's the
go.
one.
Now is that easily spread to the plants around it? I think yes, right?
Dude, it first sprung up. This would be the third year. Around flower 2 seasons ago, it pretty much wiped out like 14 lemon skunk plants I had. But the weird thing about the Septoria shit is that it is pretty much just a leaf-based disease.
Yeah.
And I kind of found that out after I tossed all that lemon skunk. I saved like a pound or something of it and went back and kind of looked through it, and it does oddly enough seem to like stop right at the bud. But still, there's spores and shit floating around, so it still freaks me out. It's kind of like, God, do you want to be fucking smoking that? I don't know. Sorry, pardon my French.
Oh no.
I'm trying to get better at that.
I'd be worried too, man.
Yeah, like that's
something to think
you're
about.
right to have that.
But okay, let me find a plant that I've stripped.
It's like a late blight or something, and then you can't
Exactly.
that shit, man.
Oh, dude. Okay, so like I said, this is my third season dealing with it. For probably about 4 years there, I was clicking along. I'm adding every bit of leaf back to the bed. I'm adding stalks back to the bed. I'm completely adding everything, but pretty much the resin. I'll even put my wash water and shit back in the beds, right?
Yeah.
And with the chop and drop, and with keeping my mulch layers and this and that, I was on autopilot, dude. Literally water only. Well, since I haven't been putting the plants back into the ground, the deficiencies are springing up this year. So I got to start top dressing or doing something different. My ferments aren't keeping up, aren't applying or giving it enough to keep everything happy.
I understand.
Without having all that plant mass put back into the ground, Yeah, I've got a 55-gallon freaking contractor bag full of leaf right now that I got burned.
That sucks.
But then there's plants like this.
perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
it's beautiful.
Couple feet away.
Yep. So, I know it's in the soil. I did kind of manage to keep it in check a bit by just going obscenely thick with the mulch layer. I've applied 3 mulch layers, probably foot thick each of them.
Wow.
So I think suppressing it is probably like gosh, I don't know what to do. I'll tell you the truth. Like if I was indoors, I'd just throw my soil out. But these freaking beds are like my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think someone said that one of the only ways to not get it is to stop growing in that area for like 5 straight years. And who knows if that's a guarantee?
Yep. 100%.
Weren't they talking about that on Caribou this morning? You saw that, didn't you?
We were, yeah, or they were, yeah.
I'm of the strong opinion that biocontrol is the only way to go to combat something that's like that. You're going to have to look at it, the stuff that's going to outcompete it, and you're going to want to concentrate on that.
Trichoderma.
Yes, trichoderma and Bacillus subtilis, they work together, and they will not get rid of it, but they'll outcompete it and reduce it in its effect. Then when you work on your plants, the plants that you see are healthy have probably got something called systemic acquired resistance. They're just healthy plants, and they'll resist any attack at that when they're healthy. Ultimately, healthy plants, they get this thing called SAR. It's the 4th stage of plant health. If you can get in there, you're good. No matter pretty much what's around you. Yeah, they'll just stand tall and resist it all. And it's the same with us. We've got our microbes or our first defense against stuff. And I'm a big believer that it's all exactly the same. You've got to get the good shit in there, so when the bad shit comes along, it's already got a battle on its hands. And it's just
I've heard that the trichoderma, and I hammer my beds with labs. I try to steer away from being fungal dominant. That's why I don't want to introduce trichoderma.
You want
because it'll just take everything over. But that's what I'm gonna have to do.
You want Bacillus subtilis rather than labs.
Okay. I said just labs, but I'm Bacillus, all that shit. I've what's the brand I use? Yes, but they are receiving Bacillus subtilis. No trichoderma though. All bacteria. So
yeah, together, and they produce the trichoderma produce chitinase, and chitinase destroys fungal cell walls. And the plants will actually produce chitinase, and they send all these sort of like signals. And chitinase is also activates the systemic acquired resistance in plants. So it's all a bit of a win-win, in my opinion. All sort of comes together.
I agree with that. I like that too, man.
Copper is another route I've heard to go. I was kind of thinking about maybe doing that and just trying to re-inoculate everything again last year. Throw down a heavy layer heavy dusting of copper, mulch it.
And right then, Julie posted copper fungicide is toxic for marijuana.
That's what I'm saying. It'd basically be like resetting my entire grow. I'd have to re-inoculate everything. I'd have to. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, sometimes you got to nuke it though. That's morbid. I don't know.
Unfortunately, so.
I'm not an outdoor grower, so really, I'm not.
Oh, this is pretty cool. Look at this here. So it was on the end cap over on the other greenhouse. I had been staging plants and hardening them off over there because they only get so much light a day on the end of the greenhouse because it gets shaded for half the day. Well, apparently I missed one. Have you ever seen a dry farm solo cup?
I have now.
Isn't that a trip? Not a drop of water given to it in a solo cup all year.
Hey, you sure I didn't grow that plant? That's what you come over to my tent, steal something, dude?
That'll be the best bowl.
This is, you know, it will be. This is going to be the best half bowl out of the garden.
But hey, Ross and I used to have the smart pot. This would be the smart plant right here. That's how I'm feeling. Look at that thing.
It's got hella legs.
She's got legs. She knows how to use them.
That's right. It's like a chicken leg.
Half a bowl. Half a bowl.
Hey, I watered it yesterday. Watch it die now.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well. Oh, I could go show you over here, a little one. Show you those Westport.
Hey, Bonsai asked if you try to trichoderma fungi and then making a bacterial-dominated compost to match the levels.
See, these are the things I need to hear.
Yeah.
I'm liking that train of thought.
His gardens are outstanding.
Oh, I know. I've seen.
Incredible. He might be the guy to come with.
Yeah, if you're using trichoderma, there's not really much point in using any other fungal species.
Because she dominates all.
Yeah, you just throwing your money away after it. You know, just concentrate on your trichoderma as your sort of like your fungal side of things, and your bacteria alongside it. But look at there's another couple of ones. If you look at it, if you just put, you know, Sectoria, bud rot, whatever, you know, and bio fucking management, they'll throw you the strains of bacteria that have been proven to have results. Not proven to cure it, but proven to reduce the severity. And that is, you know, I'm not saying you can do it, but science is saying you can limit the damage.
I'm down to try anything. Because it's pretty discouraging when.
Yeah.
Oh, you get it. I ain't gotta tell you guys.
I mean, it's
Is that your light?
It's gonna be.
Is that your light dep curtain?
It's part of it. I'm not depping this year though. I used to pay for my whole season with the first round of deps. Not so much these days. Oh, look at that sucker. Oh, another one. I got him.
That was me. There would have been 4 flattened plants there.
That was some slick moves.
Sounds good.
IPM.
Move, dude.
Manual.
It's the garden
Manual
business.
IPM.
That's gold.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh.
Wow.
Nice little
What's
nug
up?
on that one.
What is it though? What cultivar?
Ornery. This would be
Think of it.
Red Jewel.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Motor Breath 15 by Straw Guava.
I knew you had it in there. You always do.
Now, this one's going to be here till December. From the looks of it.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, she is stacked. Very frosty.
Just little palms on that. I got some frost coming up here. Just a second here. Well, this one's starting to glisten a little.
She's a little thicker too. A little further along. Looking beautiful though.
Beautiful.
I love your garden.
Now, growing into December, obviously, like you said that they're going to run late. I wonder, the colder temperatures are going to start really hitting you. Not long ago, you said it was like in the upper 40s. So
I hit high 39. I had 39 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, I remember you saying about this
for the next 10 days, 80s and 60 for lows. No rain in sight. So I'm holding off on pulling the plastic.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
I don't run to December, by the way. I tried back. This was 10 years ago now. I filled this 60-footer with freaking Devil's Haze, and it went until the snow caved the roof in. After Turkey Day, because I went home for Thanksgiving, came back, and everything was caved in. There was freaking arms frozen to the ground. That was back when pot was worth a lot of money, though, so you could do silly stuff like that and see if it works. And still, it did produce some of the best hash I freaking ever made. Shitty yield, but yeah.
Well, that's why I asked if there was frost, because I thought maybe if you pulled them early, you could make hash off of them anyway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. Like back then, I wish I had known about fresh frozen. This is like pre-fresh frozen days.
Hey, we're all a victim of that, man.
They could have been tossed in right into the freaking chest cooler. It's kind of a pretty one. Getting some color in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a ranch tester. Shout out Adam. Over half that early girls that are popping up in my garden this year from him, which is a big, pretty awesome thing here up at the 45th parallel.
Nice.
This is Westport. This is Westport's no joke tester. Shout out Chad. She's a branchy little thing, man. I like it. This is what Kingfisher took home that Booth Camp freaking best in show with.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My excitement raised for it after that. No offense, Chad, but.
Oh yeah, well that's the booth though. There's a lot of stoners there.
Oh yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that group of people saying it was the best in show. You know it was good.
Yeah.
You know? Here's his no joke. Again, nice little bush. This one got hit by septoria. As you can see, it's stripped down. Yield's got to take a hit. Lori was saying, she kind of boosted my spirituality. She's like, maybe not, because it isn't flower, and all that energy is going to be pushed towards the buds anyway. But, it's hard to believe with all those solar panels taking off this early that it wouldn't affect the yield. But we'll see. I guess I don't have anything to compare it to, but just my thoughts on it. Excuse me.
I don't think you'll be lacking weed.
Oh no, there's its.
No, but I do. Yeah, when you strip your, when you got to take leaves off, it's gonna affect the yield. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing.
Okay, but now you're seeing this plant, right? That I stripped. I'm in the sun, so I can't really tell what I'm looking at. That's Westport S1, Westport Posse, and now look at its sister.
Okay.
Got leaves. Doesn't have leaves.
Yeah, and they look bigger. The buds look.
But they're right next to each other. That's what I'm saying. That septoria crap is just a puzzler. Like, why isn't this one covered in it? And this one is.
That is a puzzler, for real.
So that Duke Diamond fem work.
I would say the rising speed difference.
What's that?
I would say it's a difference in the rising speed. There'll be something working better in the one plant through system than the other.
But and I understand it, but I just never really see it. Like, I've never seen it firsthand, and they're planted literally 1.5 feet from each other. Yep. Same cultivar.
They're seed. They're both seeds, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something in the seed. Yeah, who knows?
They're side by side, then it seems to me that you don't really have to stress it. Obviously, I would think that you would be worried about your plant right next to it, but if one is showing those signs,
it's just bizarre. So now here,
I'm a big proponent as well of inoculating the seeds. Is giving the protection they need right from the get-go is the best way. You can come in, but you already got battle on your hands. But when you start inoculating the seedlings, there's no competition there to begin with. So you're already going to establish a dominant sort of a strong rhizosphere.
This is my seed popping routine. I do the soak in H2O2, and I go to paper towels and I inoculate the towels.
Yeah.
You know, that's always been my thought. Like, kill anything that might be on the seed coating, but then the second that little tapper pops out, have something there to inoculate it so the bad guys can't. You know.
Yeah. That's where a lot of people make mistakes. They sterilize their seeds and leave them vulnerable.
Nope, I don't do that. I sterilize it and inoculate it instantly. You know.
What are you using?
Oh, whatever I got around. I mean, shit, from a freaking little. Exactly, from a dash of recharge to a little great white to whatever you got. You know.
Little orca.
Yeah. Little. What's the fish one? Or not the fish one? Orca and the crab. King crab.
Yeah,
that's one of their ones.
King crab. That's it. Whatever works. Whatever.
Yeah, SFV by Smuckers from Duke Diamond. I'm kind of excited for that one.
Well, with a name like Smuckers, it's got to be good, right?
Right? And I'm an OG head, and I love strawberries, so like, win-win. Hillbilly herbs.
Shout out to
shout out to Hillbilly Herbs. Good, Charlie.
Heck yeah.
Everybody's got stickers, but I've never seen a patch.
It's a sticker.
Is it a sticker? Okay.
It was a Bingus sticker before.
Okay, gotcha.
Now Bingus is on the mirror.
I know.
He,
in the gross.
Maybe 6 months ago, he did a special on Let's Be Buds where they interviewed him and he went over some stuff. It was a good show. I think it was about 6 months ago. Sometimes it's a little
Times, yeah.
It probably was. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but I think it was about 6 months ago.
Yeah, maybe end of winter, beginning of summer sometime.
Yeah, he's good shit, dude.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think Ice and I needs a light. I just got one for sale right here. If I could ship it across these for him.
Well, right above my head, I've got one.
Oh, you got backup.
He got backup. He won one of those. I forget. Where'd you win one of those lights at, Ice and I?
From the manufacturer's flies on.
On Instagram or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, on Instagram. They are, I actually chat to the people there, and I've given them some ideas of, I think you should introduce this into your lights as standard. And I think that, they took stuff on board, like they now got their controller system. I said, we want a spec, ideally, we want a spectrum controllable light. I don't like the fact that I've got red lights in there red bulbs in there when I'm trying to veg. I don't like the red and veg personally. Right. If I could, I would have the ability just to bump the blue. That's what every grower wants. They want the ability to adjust the blue and the red. I ain't too bothered about the far red and the UV. You can get add-ons for that, whatever. But I want to be able to, like when I'm in veg, I want to be able to use one light to do veg. We can. All these lights have got different. They're more geared towards flowering. If you look at them, the spectrum that they're putting out, they're more sort of 4K, 3.5, 4K is what they're aiming for. But I like 64K for vegetative. It's in my opinion that works the best. Yeah. So when we get the ability, because these are, they're decent lights. The other one that's folded up there was a slightly lesser power one, but I produced really good plants with that, and I purchased that one, and it was, at the time it was 400 quid for an 8 bar. Whatchamacallit, like with, you know, it hasn't got the 301 chips in it, but it doesn't really make a difference if you can produce decent buds, right? You know, yeah. I'm just running on there now, aren't I? Again, you can say, come on, I've been in it. We know about the lights, but yeah, flies on. Yeah, I did win it. If you see their competitions, I post on my Instagram all the time. I'll share when they got something up that's going. They're legit. They don't ask you to pay for anything or whatever. You know, none of this. We've got to do this dodgy Amazon tricks and everything. No, they'll just send you your stuff, and I got it in 2 days. They're legit.
Nice. Those are thicker.
Take a lovely garden tour, man. Checking out.
Yeah.
THIC.
How'd the triploids do?
You know, they're looking kind of pretty compared to their diploid counterpart. Not worth a $30 seed. I can tell you that. I'm glad I didn't pay for them.
Is that one of them there?
No, this is one of the homie Adam from the ranch.
That looks nice.
Oh, but just wait till you see it, sister. Don't.
Sweet.
She's the belle of the ball thus far. I don't know if I can get a better angle. Can
I
you
want
see
to
it?
take her home.
The color on your plants, that's so pretty.
So it's 39-degree nights, huh?
That one's right down to the stigmas. The pistils are all purple and pink. It'll end up being brown, which sucks, but it looks really pretty right now. I wish they would hold that through cure. This is my little weirdo leafed one.
Yeah, it's got the fingers like.
Yeah,
Oh, there's Asanai clipping all his shit up.
taking clones.
Yeah, well, he's cleaning that one off, isn't he? Hold on a second, Asanai. Let me split the screen with here. Give me 1 second. No, I want to see it real quick. I'm coming right back, take 5.
Hey, nope.
Oh,
Nice.
that's nice new growth.
Stick that in the jug of water whilst just get this nicely prepped and everything. I've made because it's quite a tall clone, you can't get it in one of those standard, like these little trays that we have with these slim lids. Can't get it in one of them. So my go-to. Cut the bottom
Hey.
of the top of the bottle.
Yeah, that's nice.
Perfect.
Hey, I want to ask you, did that come from the top of the plant, the middle of the plant, or the bottom of the plant?
That was a lower.
A lower, okay.
I cut those bottles on the upside down so it's just a dome instead of having a lid on top.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll use these for germinating seeds as well. You can just slip it straight over a pot if you want to directly to soil and just leave it on there. You know, this is ideal as well, just to adjust the humidity, just unscrew it a little bit, you know.
The juice bottles are better plastic than the soda.
And I will be using some flow next.
Sounds like J5 has a chain hanging around his neck.
He's got a box of Tic Tacs in his pocket, so we can hear him coming down the hall.
I think his sunglasses around his neck are banging off of his glasses or something.
Oh, I have.
Oh yeah, you're good. I want to see what you're standing.
Yeah,
on
that's a beautiful plant. Oh wow.
That purple stalk.
Oh,
It's
Genetic, not deficiency.
Yeah, it's dark.
yeah, it is dark.
Is that a black Dominia strain you said or something before?
I can't. It's Diamond Daggers. It was actually a freebie from from Soulfire. I'd have to go look at the lineage. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Can you see my pinwheels rocking today?
Oh yeah.
Little breeze.
Such a beautiful
Don't
space.
get too far. Don't get too far from the house. I'm not rolling you back in the wheelbarrow this time.
Oh, that's gold.
I told you last time. That's it. Tired of it. Tired. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that one is going to be it smells delicious too. It's got that red pop terp. It's Gary Poppins by Red Runts.
I love all the different structures too. Every one of them is different.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Penny was asking about drifting. No, I guess that is kind of correct, Penny. I was just curious because some people say they like their clones from the top, from the bottom. The ones at the bottom are older, so they have less growth hormones, and I've heard that they make better ones. And I just always ask people those questions to see.
What's drifting? What is that? What's the definition of drifting?
I think he might be thinking or they might be thinking like an epigenetic drift or genetic drift or something like that.
Okay.
Which
As long as it's healthy. That's
I see now. Yeah, I have never. I've had Flow OG for probably 8 or 9 years, and I've taken clones from the top and the bottom, and I've never noticed anything.
Never noticed any difference in rooting times or success rate.
Oh, cool.
Well, there's advantages to the bottom and advantages to the top. Like Doc said, there's more hormones in the bottom, but I think that growth tip on the top, the structure of the plant that comes out is different than the one you get from the bottom, the clone from the bottom. That's all. And I think it's more like a regular plant if you take it from the top. That's my thought.
That's a good thought.
The growth of the stems that come out, I think they're closer to what a seed would be than the ones that's down on the bottom. I could be wrong.
I always felt like the ones on the bottom would be more woody because they're older, maybe harder to root. But that could be totally off. I don't know.
No.
My opinion is you take the clones before then, you got more success chance the more in vegetative state that they're in, and the greener and the healthier they are. The closer you get to flowering, the longer it's going to take because of the hormones are going to be of a differential state. And as far as whether it's you take a meristem, cut them, you're going to get a full plant effect, in my opinion. Yeah, where you take a side or a branch, you grow a big branch. It's almost it's a little bit weird in how that all comes together. But the
growth pattern on the tip is more like a Christmas tree.
It will readjust to I want to get full plant. So at the beginning, it just looks like you're just growing a branch instead of a full plant.
Sheldon Estes and Hooley both say in the chat that they like bottom branches.
I cloned from the bottom for years in my cloning days. I always kind of liked them for the fact that they were woody and took a little longer to clone. And I was a cash cropper, so I wanted to have every freaking top and every,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to take this larfy shit on the bottom here and make clone out of that. I'm not going to that was just my thoughts back in those times, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
It was like, I'm gonna cut this crap off anyway. Might as well make a clone out of that versus that,
Yeah, it's free, right? You might as well let it go.
Another purple stock.
It is.
2 out of the 3 are.
Meatloaf says that's not so bad.
And then the green sister. And I've grown this one a few times. The herb is going to taste exactly like.
Well, I'm cutting clones tonight or tomorrow, so I'm going to mark the one that I take from the top, and we're going to see what my little experiment says.
Okay.
I bet it roots. I bet it roots first.
We'll see.
Yep.
I'm going to mark them all, and well, I won't need to mark that one. It'll be a different shape, so but, yeah, we'll find out.
Look at Jace. Drifting is something they did on Fast. Hey, yeah. Here's what I'm
Let's go.
My cat does that, by the way. Tokyo drift around the corners.
It was
Couldn't
mine.
help
What I'm
myself.
talking about full speed cat.
Yes.
Jace, it was my understanding that a genetic drift is when you clone something, you take a clone from a clone from a clone from a clone. They say, I guess in some crops, once you get so many generations out, you start to lose some of the effects of the original plant. They call that epigenetic drift. But I've talked to many, many people who are on their 25th round of cloning, like Professor Know-It-All and his UK cheese. He cloned that like 25 times straight. He said he never noticed the difference, and he loved it from the beginning to the end. So I don't know. Maybe some crops are different than cannabis.
I think-
You know?
The epigenetic drift is an overused term. I think what we need to know it as is genetic mutation. And you have anything that's around and gets damaged chemically, or gets shocked or whatever can mutate.
Or a
And once
disease.
it's mutated, it's never going to go back. So this would explain epigenetic drift. Yeah, the DNA of the plant got shocked and it changed to whatever, and it caused a mutation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you know, they
Maybe the only way you can tell is with the DNA or genetic test too. So it might not be at our level.
Well, these plants are annuals or whatever, right? They need planted every year. So it's supposedly said that they don't have the capabilities encoded in their DNA for repair, long-term repair. So that was always people's argument, was that they're not built by nature to be bred like that, or to kept alive like that over and over and over, and that's where it comes from. But we've seen a lot of people do it, and that's where, when I hear epigenetic drift or just genetic drift, that's where my head goes. I don't know much about it. I just know what I've read and what I've talked about in other circles and shit.
Well, like Ice and I said, if there's a disease or a damage or something like that where a pathogen's been introduced, I think that might, damage it. Even the DNA, I'm not sure, but
yeah,
other than that, I don't think you're going to notice it.
I pretty much have a botany degree.
Yeah, we need that. Botany, biology. Damn it, I can build a set of stairs, though. That's not helping me here.
It's pretty crazy stuff, but it makes sense. And like I said, I think, Ice and I said it too, it was like old trains of thought. And I think it may have come from other crops that have grown in that fashion that may experience that more prevalent than cannabis, and it kind of got clumped together or something. But I'm not sure if I heard that somewhere or what. I see some, what's that plant?
Oh no, I'm saying F trellis.
Trellis, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
what I have heard about the epigenetic side of things, anyway, is that like us, we have cells inside our body that contain the original master blueprint. And these cells can get activated at any point in time, given the correct signaling. And I think they're going to be looking at this sort of stuff with the genetic, or what they call genetic drift or mutation, is to see if they can alter the signaling and cause triggering other pathways, or even just certain cells that go and re-establish. This is what you were, everything that's sort of born and bred and has got a life and a purpose has this backup inside them. Just like we have stem cells in our bone marrow
Yeah,
Good point.
they can come out and repair any part of your body, but they're just a stem cell, but they get programmed and to go different stuff and get signal to do that. If we can do that with the plants, which I think we can, there's a reason why we shouldn't be able to. I think that's where it's going to be at with all this sort of wandering genetics.
I'd like to make a correction. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. We want to hear it.
No, the other night on Caribou Show, I said this was the Albany, and it's actually the Amherst Sour Diesel.
Sour D.
Albany versus Amherst. How could you?
How do you get them mixed up?
Oh, that's pretty.
I like the background.
I like board today.
Beautiful day.
It is a beautiful
It
day.
is.
It's a beautiful day where we're at too. Not a cloud in the sky, nice cool air, a little breeze. It's a nice. You can feel fall's coming, but summer's still trying to hold on. It seems today.
I think I might have trikes on my lens.
That happens.
It's too close. It's pumping. Like our USB microscope, man. That thing looks like it's been dipped in something nasty.
It's bad. It's like I was looking at it one day and I thought, oh my goodness, it's gummed up.
That little dome that they give you on there kind of keeps you away a little bit. That thing, it looks horrible.
The whole tip on mine.
Yep.
The whole tip of mine pops off, so you can clean it.
Yeah, ours does too.
I got to pop it off. I never knew it popped off.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we had to
Yeah,
put
it pops
together.
right off. You can clean it with alcohol. You're good.
Oh, I'm in it now. For real. I thought it was stuck on there. I never tried to pull on it. I don't remember putting it together either. We've had that thing for a long time.
Yeah.
It's been building up trikes.
Okay, you guys want to play?
Go ahead.
You want to play the game of what the F's going on here?
Hang on, let him put it on big
The
screen.
American one, real quick before we jump in, the American one, just to finish up the thought, he says the genetic drift that was observed was so minimal they could only detect it with DNA tests, but they apparently did drift some. And then someone else in chat said that they had some research or whatever that said about the genetic drift really isn't a drift. It was a genetic disposition the whole time, just expressing at that point. So that kind of, I think I'm paraphrasing for him, but both of those, everything I'm hearing seems to make some sort of sense, and somehow maybe you'll see a correlation there, you know?
Now, dormant stuff can express and get triggered at all points in time. We've all got this stuff in it, and like I said, they get signals to go and do whatever they're going to go and do. That's normally the proteins and the enzymes that are involved here. You know, that's making the alterations and doing the editing. It's very intelligent what they're doing, and I don't think we quite really understand it all. And, you know, we've got histones and protein folding, and yeah.
What's the problem there, J5? What's going on with that one?
What the F's going on at J5's plant? Looks like
What's going on?
So now they're all tapped into the same pot. They're all the same cultivar. They are seed plants, so there's going to be variation. But they're a Fem cross, 41 hit with a Z-back cross.
Gelato 41.
Correct. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Getting a little frosty. You know, maybe a little N deficient, but you know it's well into flower. I ain't nothing to worry about now. Here's the other one, nice and chunky. This one's chunking up nice.
Yeah, it is.
She's got a little hue to it. Maybe a little deficiency going on. And then we get over here.
Oh, you got what's going on here? I see a little more deficiency. What's happening?
You seeing that discoloration?
Oh, there it is.
Wild looking leaf.
Yeah, that's
It was
not
looking like
working
this in veg. Is that me?
It might be Bonsai just joined us. Maybe he's
Oh.
getting set. I see he's got a highlight.
Dude, so it's just so odd because it's like they're tapped into the same pot. You think if one was having some crazy wacky deficiency, the other ones would show something.
Yeah.
Do you think the other two, they're all the same size pretty much as well, right?
Yeah, I mean they look, and I mean it's even chunking up.
Yeah.
Same cultivar.
Same cultivar, all three.
Phenotype.
These two look similar as far as bud structure. This one looks a little different. I'm thinking this one's more Z. I've grown quite a bit of 41. These are looking more 41. But yeah, what's going on with that leaf?
Just a phenotype. Yeah, you know, it's got purple in its genes. It just hasn't fully expressed it. The other one's probably got purple in it and just hasn't expressed it at all.
It's just crazy how it's just like the tips like that, though. You know, it's pretty wild. Like tie-dyed leaf, man. I kind of dig it.
That is cool. Looks like Bonsai's bringing a big load of crops into the picture. How are you doing today, Bonsai?
As you can tell, it's been a little bit of a busy day out there in the garden. So
Yum.
yeah, that's one tomato. So
Wow. That's so big. Wow.
They get stuck in the crux of the plant. And they get stuck in the net and they start growing weird. That's cool.
yeah, it's we've got a bunch more out there this size too. This thing's probably close to a pound.
Looks like an old catcher's mitt.
Yeah. So,
Kids' boxing gloves put together.
Yeah, we've been kind of actually struggling to get everything eaten. We've been producing so much this year. You know,
habaneros.
Yeah, and they are rough. They are super rough. I ate one when it was green, and it made me dizzy. I couldn't talk because my mouth went numb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were brutal.
Get your gloves out.
Powerful stuff.
You better sit down before you take a bite.
Yeah, pretty much with these. And then we had our jalapenos are actually like rip roaring spicy. This usually I can eat them no problem. The second I got a rib, oh my God. I started sweating. My eyes were watering. I mean, I didn't get dizzy or anything, but it let me know that they're tough. They're very.
You got some pickles in there, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh
Nice.
yeah.
It's not big compared to ours.
Look
Wow.
at those little melons. What
I
the hell
heard,
is that?
I
These
heard
guys-
somewhere that the hot peppers, eating hot peppers, will help with pain tolerance. Your
Correct.
Pain tolerance goes up.
That's pretty cool.
Because of capsaicin. That would be right. So you guys were curious about some of the melons that we grow. This one's a Tigger melon right here. You can
That's
see they're
pretty self-explanatory, huh? That's a cool looking melon, man.
yeah, they're really small. But oh yeah. Oh, these guys right here, they taste like a honeydew, mixed with like we'll say like a Hale's Jumbo cantaloupe is what these ones taste like. And for me, when I split them open, I remove the seeds and I eat the rind and everything.
No shit.
Yeah, these ones you don't have to skin or anything like that. This is a big old honeydew, big old green honeydew.
Nice.
That's a
Probably about 8-9 pounds. I mean, obviously massive. Cherry tomatoes
Very
out the top too. So the other thing I was going to let everybody know is I've been harvesting seeds of all of my melons as they're coming ready. So I have canaries, French Charentais, hearts of gold, more canaries. I'll have Tigger seeds as well. So if anybody wants to take a shot at growing melons, shout out to me. I'll send you out some seeds. So
hey Bonsai, here's a cool tidbit. When I first met my wife, I invited her over to my place early on and smoked. We got smoked out and we split a honeydew. I had a big fat honeydew. It was one of the best ones I had ever eaten, I think.
It really was. It was so juicy and delicious. And I thought, that's cool. This is our first meal we're sharing. Was the honeydew.
I was like, hey, you want to come to my house, smoke weed, and eat, split a melon? Come on down.
Hey, Smott's got the moves, man.
Yeah,
Smott's got the moves.
Dinner right there.
I know how to press them buttons, baby.
Yeah.
Kicking
So
some game.
anybody, even in the chat, if you find me on Instagram, you guys want to take a shot at growing melons, I'll help you out as best as I can, getting them started and everything. I'll send you out probably 20, 30 seeds. I'm not going to charge anybody for anything. I just want to give you guys the seeds because I have thousands of them. So it's no hair off my back. If you guys are curious about my background, I'm actually going for my Master Gardener certificate for the state of Nevada. So
congratulations. That is awesome.
Yes.
It sure looks like it.
Looks like you're already there.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm telling you.
I've cultivated since I was a
Formality at
kid.
this point.
Yeah, it's as everybody put it. Whenever I go to my classes and stuff, they're like, "Why are you even in here?" I was like, "Well, I need that. I need that stupid little piece of paper that says I know what I know."
Yeah.
It sucks. It really does.
That's
Opens
awesome.
doors, though. It opens doors for you.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
I think it's a great
the
thing.
Master Gardener isn't just applicable to my state. So if you guys have various questions, especially like soil biology, I'm huge into the fucking soil food web and stuff like that. Or if you're just curious about cultivars or you're having issues, reach out to me. I don't charge for any of that crap. I'm more than happy to help everybody out. That way they can be successful. Like this is a small harvest for us.
Oh, we know. We saw. Remember you walked us through your
walked
garden.
us through your
Holy
beautiful gardens,
shit,
and
man.
that was an awesome tour.
Every square inch is loaded.
Yeah. So and I want to get everybody on that level.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way that I look at it, and I don't need to charge anybody for that. And then I can also show some like little tips and tricks, like this right here. It looks dried out, looks whack. This is a poblano. This is actually how you make cayenne pepper.
Oh, you just grind it up when it's dry.
Yes, you sun dry it, let it turn red. If you want smoke on it, usually what I'll do is after it's been sun dried, I'll throw it in the smoker for about 15-ish minutes. It'll dry it out even more, but then it'll take on the smoky flavor. Then you go ahead and blitz that. You have smoky cayenne pepper. So I have
That's
ways
awesome.
to use everything here. I mean, we make okas, which is a version of kimchi. So healthy probiotic, really good for the gut. We also make pickles. We do all that fun stuff. And the habaneros and jalapenos get used in the pickling process as well. So we can have spicy dill pickles. We've done garlic as well pickled. So when you guys have questions, reach out. Like I said, I am more than happy to help anybody. You could be all the way in England or you could be here in the US. I don't care. I'll give you all the advice that I can. Any knowledge I got, it's ready for picking. So
Thanks. That's awesome, man. And
you're an awesome grow me.
my wife posted the bonsai garden link, Instagram link in the chat if anybody wants to get a hold of him. It looks like Green Table Garden said they might be interested in getting a hold of you. So that's cool.
hey, reach out. I'm like I said, majority of the time I'm always available. I do have kids, so if I don't get back to you immediately, I'm sorry. My toddlers run the house. I don't. So
Twins. That's twins, right? Twins.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
yeah.
Hey, bonsai guy.
Mhm.
We could fix John Septoria on Smart and Crispy Show.
Yeah, we could actually do that. That's why I had mentioned earlier about introducing the trichoderma and then making a bacterially dominated compost tea to kind of counterbalance that. So, like a common misnomer about like compost teas is everybody thinks it's like, oh, you're trying to feed the plant. You are not. You're feeding the microbes, and you can change the balance between fungal and bacterial in your compost tea from two inputs. So if you use kelp inside of a compost tea, you are automatically going to have a fungally dominated compost tea. Switch out that kelp with alfalfa meal, it is now bacterially dominated. So, and whenever you do your compost tea, make sure that you're using them within 48 hours. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole plethora of stuff in there you don't want.
I'm a 12 to 16 hour guy. Is that enough time?
Yeah. 12 hours is generally the minimum that you can do to brew a good compost tea. Any less than that, like if you're using, I've seen like people use like recharge and stuff like that to make a compost tea. Those ones, like it's kind of a toss up. Usually what I recommend for a compost tea is a minimum of 24 hours to do a good solid brew. When you open your, because I use like an aquarium pump with PVC that basically aerates my compost tea. Whenever you open that up, you should see that nice white foam. And a lot of people are like, oh, what is that? That is actually your fungal and bacterial colonies coming up to the surface, and they're feeding on the sugars and everything like that. You have a nice little bubbly layer. There you go. Yee. Is that isonite? Yeah. Using that NDK inulin? That's that good. I think you're
You're
muted.
muted.
It's all about if you want to steer the microbes, you got to feed them the food they like.
Yep.
This is one of the top ones. What we're after really is the compounds that the microbes produce, what they call postbiotics.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I use compost teas a lot. And generally, that's how I don't have to worry about my plant's nutrient uptake, is because probably like every 2 to 3 weeks, my girls, either in the tent or out in the garden, always get a compost tea. Depending on what I'm seeing will dictate if I'm going for fungal, bacterial, or a balanced one. So if you guys have questions about compost teas, I do a whole bunch with them. More than happy to answer them for you. But just please keep in mind, it's not a nutrient tea. It is a compost tea. We're working on the microbial life, not nutrients. A lot of people.
I prefer bacteria for cannabis. In my personal opinion, it's a fast turnover crop. The fungal species take a little bit longer to establish and everything else. I lean towards the bacteria rather than the fungi.
Well, and that's the thing. When most of us transplant, we're using mycorrhizal fungi. So you've already put in your fungal network. You got to make sure that your microbes are balanced. Otherwise, you could run into deficiencies and stuff like that because you don't have the appropriate microbiology to make your nutrients available. So, and I mean, I tell everybody do as much research as you can. Jeff Lowenfels, Dr. Elaine Ingham, they do a lot of really good stuff. They've got some new things out there, like I think it was like 2013. They discovered rhizophagy, which is basically the plants consuming bacterial colonies and stuff like that. I won't get too heavy into it, but that's a really good one to look into. It'll help you understand like the difference between the bacteria and the fungi and which is actually going for what. So
one of the problems I've always ran into with that is I'm always using like hydrogen peroxide or hypochlorous acid, so it seems like that would come back and kill the bacteria or fungi.
right, correct, because hydrogen peroxide doesn't discriminate, unfortunately. That's actually one of the ways that if I ever have powdery mildew, that's how I kill my powdery mildew. But you got to make sure you spray the soil and everything like that, and it wipes out your whole, basically microbiology colonies that you have going on in there. After I do that, then I'll go ahead and I'll make a balanced compost tea so I can reintroduce that, because hydrogen peroxide, as soon as it loses the one oxygen molecule, it turns just into water.
Yeah.
So as soon as it's done its cycle and done its job, you can reintroduce, thankfully, your microbiology at that point.
Someone was talking about that in chat earlier. Oh, it was JRock96. He was asking questions about that, and that's what I was kind of getting onto, was like it's kind of pointless in certain situations like the one I'm running where you're running sterile to use microbes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like you're saying, there's a time and place for all of these things. I happen to be a soil grower, and I've ran living soil for years and years. So microbiology is going to be super important to me. But if you're on like hydro, for example, or you're running a sterile environment, microbes are going to be useless at that point. I shouldn't say useless, but they could actually cause you more harm than good at that point because you're trying to be sterile. So
I don't know. Some synganic herb is pretty terpy.
yeah, no, and that's a huge thing. I used to do synganics where I would start out synthetically, and then as I would get ready to go into flower, I'd switch them over to an organic regimen. And either way, you can still produce really good results, synganic, organic, synthetic. I mean,
I
It
just
all
feel that incorporating the microbes and the biology with the salts is a step up on the herb compared to just straight salts, is what I'm kind of saying.
And the reason for that is we need the exudates from the roots to come out, and that's how you get those full profiles. So incorporating the microbes, which basically are seeking out the exudates and stuff from the plant, that actually increases secondary metabolites in any plant. So whether that's cannabis, our favorite, medicine out there, or if it's going to be your fruits and vegetables, it's the same thing. The more exudates you have, the more of the nutrients actually get drawn in, the better flavors that you're going to get overall and better production. This is just going from class.
Defense compounds are a good example of the exudates. And what we know as defense compounds are the trichomes,
Correct. It's part of their immune system. So the exudates and everything like that, everything comes into a giant circle of play in there. And like me personally, myself, like I know that there isn't a huge difference between flavors when you go like synthetic versus organic, but it is there. Now, I'm not saying that synthetic doesn't produce really good. I've seen phenomenally grown synthetic regimens. Okay. And then, I've seen really good organic growth because that's what I do. It's nominal when it comes to the differences in flavor, but there is a difference when you have those exudates and your microbiology firing on all cylinders working for you. So pumping up that immune system, it's like for us, the better your immune system, the less prone you are to getting sick, and you can enjoy life to the fullest. It's kind of the same thing for them. Make sure that they got everything that they need. Oh, that's a red hot in here.
I love it. I love the way we can put the plant, and the way we get healthy is no different to the plants. The process is a chemical breakdown. And it doesn't change whether you're a plant or whether you're an animal. It's pretty cool. I think it's amazing. I love all this stuff.
Well, when I talk to people that like are first getting into gardening and things like that, one of the things that I tell them is like when you're growing your plants and things like that, the easiest way to look at it is they are us without internal organs. That's what a plant literally is. We require almost all the same exact nutrients. I mean, you hear about the things that are poisonous, like arsenic, lead, and stuff like that. Believe it or not, we need a very minimal amount for us to have optimal health with all of that stuff. So it's literally, they are us without internal organs. They don't have a heart. They don't have a brain. They don't have, lungs, but they do, transpire. They do breathe technically. Maybe they use CO2. If you're growing mushrooms, they use oxygen. So they are us. They're just in a different form without internal organs. And the better that you can grasp the concept of that, the better that you actually do right from the get-go. Because then you're not only thinking about them as, oh, they're just this plant that produces oxygen and stuff. Like, wow, that thing's just like me, just doesn't have internal organs. So if I'm taking care of myself the way that I'm supposed to be, I can translate that over to the plant and do the same thing for it and get great results. That's how I look at it, at least. So, I mean, there's lots of folks. Lots of folks have different opinions on it, but I mean, I've been in the food garden since I was about 4 years old, and cannabis growing I've been doing for, gosh, almost 12, 13 years now. So, and it's, for me, it's correlated directly over every time. My health and the plant health, if I can keep myself healthy and the regimens and the things that I'm doing, I need to figure out ways that I can translate that over into a food source for them so they can get the same nutrients that I am. It makes me feel like I'm just on the same wavelength as them. And overall, for me, it seems like I just produce better plants when I can do that. So, because they're just an extension of our being, realistically. I mean, plants outnumber us, 1,000 to 1, basically, when it comes to human populace. So, I mean, we're sharing with them, they're sharing with us. We're not sharing with them, if that makes sense.
Everything's got its purpose, The plants weren't just created for randomness. There's codes and messages in everything that we consume. and we just we just take them codes and messages and process them, and that's essentially what life is. It's a bunch of codes and messages that get processed, and I think I think it's amazing how just the color of the way they've all been designed, like the color of the plants are actually giving us benefit by reflecting certain sunlight towards us. Certain spectrums of that sunlight get reflected by the plant, which then in turn which make us healthy. And it was like this whole system was just put into place. I sometimes beg to believe that do we actually need to consume anything really sometimes, because we could almost be a self-sufficient being with everything that's sort of like, if we, I don't know, it's really complicated and weird. I don't think we actually need as much nutrition and stuff that we shove down our throats on a daily basis, and we can survive and thrive probably on a lot less than what we do, because we were just built that way.
That's very true.
No doubt. Hey, we're down to the last 5 minutes, gang. I want to make sure everybody has enough time to give out their information and what they want people to be able to find them. And we can start. We'll go right down the line up here. They have Bonsai first.
Yeah, I
just want to say I posted Bonsai's Instagram, so if you have questions, he said you could reach him there.
Yeah. Huge shout out to I watched the hump days and then also Sundays as well. Art man, we always have great conversations. I always enjoy looking at your art whenever you're putting it out. Ice and I, you always have that dope shit to show, especially when you're in your grow, between the living pots like that, like everything. I got to give a huge shout out to the community as well. Okay, Jace, everyone, because you guys show up every week. It's generally the same kind of crowd. We all have great conversations. There's always good information given out. If you guys want to find me, I'm on Instagram majority of the time. I am getting content recorded to get my YouTube back up and going. And it's going to be a lot of informational stuff. So guys, look forward to that. But as always, thank you for letting me be on the show, show you some of the stuff that we do, and just have a great conversation with you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for that.
Thank you for coming and sharing,
Cheers.
That is awesome. Okay, up next, J5. Why don't you go ahead and go to somebody? Awesome.
Sorry, can't come to the phone right now. We're too busy playing ball.
That's awesome. He's playing ball on a beautiful day with his buddy. That's sweet.
Lots of fun. Up next is our buddy Ice and I.
Cheers, everyone. Piss and puff, and I'll catch everyone later on in the usual places. You know how it is. Laters. I enjoyed today. I've actually been. I hope you're feeling a little bit lifted, smart than when you came in and when we started.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah, we have an idea of where to go next.
Yeah.
It's church. The cannabis church that we all have in the community it's beneficial in so many ways. It's not just learning. It's emotional as well, and I'm grateful for everyone.
I agree 110%, man. I couldn't say it better myself. That with the smell of those sausages and noodles cooking downstairs, I'm excited for.
It's turning out to be an awesome day.
Yeah.
Hanging out with you guys does so much for us.
Yep.
Up next, OK Jace.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on again. Smart Crispy, thanks for hosting. Cheers to the panel here. Cheers to the chat. Great group of people. You can find me on Instagram, OKJace20. And until next time, peace.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for dropping the seeds on our show. We get to watch it. We watched the last grow all the way through from seed to harvest, and hopefully we'll do it again. And looking forward to that. Last but not least, buddy Art, man. You're muted.
There we go.
There you go.
Artman 2Ns 420_ at Instagram. You see me over at Cocoa for Cannabis, Percy's Grow Room. some various and assorted discords. So thanks for having me, and I hope everything works out much better for your day. I know you're smelling that sausage, so it's already.
Thank you. Yes. Cheers
Thank you.
Cheers to the chat. Hopefully we'll see everybody back here on Wednesday evening, and have a safe beginning to your week.
Grower love, everyone.
Grower love.
Grower love, y'all.
Peace.